You can't control the results, but you can always control the efforts. Listen to me clearly on this one. We're going to be breaking this topic down in the daily study here today. If you're new to the channel, my name is Marlon Johnson. I do these daily studies where I break down either things I'm reading in books, scripture, things I've learned in my own personal journey of entrepreneurship, building a seven-figure business, or just like threads and tweets. So we're just taking information down and dissecting what's really important so that you can take that information and begin to implement it in your life. Today, we're going to be breaking down a thread I wrote over 11 weeks ago. So what I like to do, I learned this from Alex Hormozy. He mentioned that he used to use Twitter to capture really good thoughts that inspired him or whatever the case was, and he would put it out there on the internet, and eventually he would come back and make his content around it. I'm doing the same thing with my threads here, and let's look at one of the ones I wrote 11 weeks ago because it hit home when I came back and reread it. So I wrote, "You cannot control the results, but you can always control the effort. Your results don't dictate how much effort you put in your projects. Make an intentional effort to do the work to the best of your capacity each day." This one's a big one because oftentimes I'm a performance coach. And so I work with a lot of clients and I make them establish goals. And at the end of the game, we measure results, right? Because really results are what we want. Results are the name of the game. And so what I often find is people will set their goals based on the result. For example, my goal is to make $100 million, or my goal is to make $10,000 per month, or my goal is to buy a Lamborghini, or whatever the heck the case may be. And then after 6 months or a year, when the goal doesn't happen, they get frustrated and they said, but I knew what my goal was. I set the goal. I repeated it to myself. I had my daily affirmations. Marlon, why isn't it working? Well, can I explain something to you about goal setting? You want to be able to set a target. Yes, I believe if you don't have a target, you are literally wandering around in the ocean without a rudder to your ship, without a sail to catch the winds. You are just lost at sea. When you set that target, the next thing you need to do is actually set micro goals or just daily goals, which aren't based on the outcome, but instead they're based on the inputs. For example, in my business of real estate, if I wanted to go out and make maybe, let's say, a $10,000 wholesale check, I'm going to have to go ahead and I'm going to have to talk to about 26 leads. So instead of me saying I want to make $10,000, I'm going to make my goal, I have to talk to 26 leads. And if I'm like, well, I don't have 26 leads, I'm going to make my goal, I need to go generate 5 leads per day. And how do I generate 5 leads per day? Hey, I know that every 25 phone calls I make, there's a lead generated if I'm calling the right data. So I'm going to say, hey, I need to go ahead and talk to 100. I need to make 125 phone calls. So my goal then becomes, can I make 125 phone calls? I set my goals based on the input. I want you all to hear this clearly. I set my goals based on the inputs. For example, right now, my goal is to get better at speaking. It's to get better at making more YouTube content and to provide more value. So I can say like the goal is, hey, I want to have the top performing YouTube channel for mindset with over 1 million subscribers. Great, wonderful goal. But how do I get there? Right now, I'm in the season of I'm getting my repetition. I'm getting my practice. So right now, my goal is I need to make and film 5 YouTube videos per day. That's why you've been seeing so many daily studies. That's also why you see me wearing the same outfit in some of these daily studies, because now I'm working on the input, not necessarily as concerned with the output. And as I work on the inputs, guess what happens? I begin to get a little bit better. I get a little bit more comfortable looking at the camera. I get a little bit more comfortable enunciating my words into the microphone. I start to get new ideas about, oh, I can use a OBS to switch the screens and switch the monitors so people can see different things. I could possibly set up another camera so I have multiple angles so you're not just looking at the same angle the entire time for the viewer to get better. And so by doing this, what I'm able to do is I'm able to control my input. And so I'm recognizing that the results, I can't necessarily control the results, but I'm making it so likely that by doing the inputs I'm doing, the result is almost guaranteed. It's much more likely. I'm increasing the likelihood of what I want as an outcome to occur. So for you, I want you to make, and look at this right here, make an intentional effort to do the work to the best of your capacity each day. In fact, I wear a bracelet on my wrist, and y'all probably can't read this, but it says, do every day all that can be done that day. This is a quote from the book, The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles. Do every day all that can be done that day. and do it to the best of your capacity, because tomorrow, if you did today to the best of your capacity, just like working out with good form, tomorrow you will be stronger and you will be able to build upon that foundation from yesterday. I hope this was helpful. I truly hope that it resonates with you. And if it does, do me a favor and share this with another friend. That way we can keep this spark going. We can spread this fire. We can get other people motivated. And really, at the end of the day, I want them taking action, because information without implementation leads to frustration. So take action on this. The first action you can take with this information is to share it with a friend, because your friend is a part of your campfire. Your friend is a part of your inner circle. And if your inner circle is growing, guess what it's going to do for you? It's only going to amplify your own growth. So I want to see you grow. I want to see your friends grow. And I want to continue to grow with y'all. So I hope this was helpful. I will see you back tomorrow for another episode of the Daily Study.